Shalom, Akim. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the first fruit, elect 144. We're going to get into another biblical science. And I know I did a video before. I guess this is a land back off that video, kind of. We're going to go back into the destruction. And we're going to get to know our enemy a little better. All right? But first, we got to understand where our enemy got his ideas from. Because man doesn't know his own way. All right? As you can read that in the book of Jeremiah. If I'm not mistaken, it's Jeremiah 10:23, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I'm just going to go get it just to see if I'm correct or whatnot for edification purposes. Jeremiah 10. This is Jeremiah 10, verse 23. O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. So we understand that we have no control over anything, and we don't know what our next steps are going to be. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai knows exactly what we're going to do because he made it that way. All right, this is his blueprint. This is his movie. We're just playing it out. So let's get into it. All right. This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and bringeth forth an instrument for his works. And I've created the waster to destroy. That's nuclear weapon. All right, this just jump right into it. That's a nuclear weapon. All right, and he said he created the smith. You know, back in the ancient days, you had a blacksmith who created the swords, the bucklers, or you could say the shields, you know, the spears, you know, fast forward, the guns, all that. But now you got the nuclear weapon, and that's the waster to destroy, all right? It's an instrument, okay? The nuclear weapon is an instrument, all right? Now, I wanted to get to know our enemies a little bit. So, we'll want some quick notes down. We're going to get a quick synopsis, as you can see, quick synopsis to know your enemy, all right? Otto Hahn, he was a German chemist and a pioneer in the fields of radioactivity and radiochemistry. Awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1944 for the discovery of the radiochemical proof of nuclear fission, which we will get into nuclear fission. All right. J. Robert Oppenheimer. All right, an American Salak, if I pronounce this completely incorrect, theoretical physicist and professor of physics at the University of California. He was considered the father of the atomic bomb for the role in the Manhattan Project. Who else was in the Manhattan Project? Mr. Albert Einstein. He was the same physicist, and he developed the theory of relativity. We all know him for E = mc squared, which we'll get into as well. All right? So with that, let's hop right into the science, okay? Right here. All right. This is nuclear fission, okay? I just wrote Isaiah 54:16-17. Just wrote, I was going to read 17. I'll read that towards the end, okay? But nuclear fission, all right? What is nuclear fission? All right, let's go into it. Nuclear fission, all right? A nuclear reaction in which a heavy nucleus splits spontaneously or an impact with another particle with the release of energy, all right? And that's what's being showed in this little diagram right here, okay? This is what they do. They take a neutron, all right, and they shoot it at an element. In this case, we're going to use uranium-235, okay? Where you get that number 235 is isotopes, okay? What is an isotope? Well, let me explain. An isotope, each of two or more forms of the same element that contain equal numbers of protons but different numbers of neutrons in the nuclei, and hence differ in relative atomic mass but not in chemical properties, okay? So, to put that simply put, 235 are the protons and the neutrons added together. In this instant, uranium has about 92, I think. No, they have 92 protons plus 143 neutrons. You comprise those together, you get 235. And that's your uranium atom right here, okay? So those little circles are neutron and protons. It's not the exact number. Of course, I'm not going to draw 235 little circles for you carnal idiots out there, okay? So what they do, they shoot a nucleus at that atom to split it, as you can see what's happening right here, all right? And this RB92 is a chemical metal element. It's a silvery white metallic element of the alkali metal. So like kind of like your batteries, you know. It's called this element specifically is called I think rubidium or rubidium, and this is cesium 140. All right, 92. It's explained the same way as uranium-235 with the numbers right there. And okay. So they shoot that neutron. Boom, to uranium. Boom, uranium creates this energy. That's 200 million mega electron volts. All right, we're gonna break that down. Okay. As you can see, I have the line going all the way down to here. All right, so 200 MeV, mega electron volt. All right, the energy that uranium-235 creates, 200 million electron volts, equivalent to 3.204 joules. Okay, joules is another way to measure energy. Okay, that's a lot of energy. Okay, the element uranium, 1 kilogram of uranium produces as much energy as 400 billion kilograms of coal. Now, that brought the question, that answered my question, why would Yahweh Bashim Yahushai put in the minds of these devils to use the element uranium? Because uranium packs a punch. When you split it, it packs a punch. It has an abundant amount of energy, of nuclear energy, okay? And I did a lesson talking about atoms, how man cannot destroy an atom. Only Yahweh Bashim Yahushai can destroy the atom, because in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, it talks about dissolving the elements. And when you research an element in an atom, they're two in the same. They're one in the same. Just one little different. They're ultimately the same, but their definition has probably like one word difference. You know Esau. Simply, so I'm going to go it again. Atoms are the building blocks of all materials, no matter how simple or complicated the material is. Compounds are made up of different types of atoms combined together. A lump of copper is made up of only copper atoms. Water particles are made up of hydrogen atoms and oxygen atoms combined together, which is a compound. Okay? So let's go down here. Man cannot destroy atoms. He can split them, causing chemical reaction and combustions, which I'm breaking down to you, Akim and Akwath, the sincere sisters who listen. I'm breaking that down to you right here. They shoot that neutron at a certain type of speed, okay? So here's where we're going to get into E equals mc squared. We're going to get into nuclear binding, all right? Now, the uranium-235 has a certain bond. So its atoms and neutrons are close-knit. They're tight together because it's an unstable element. And when you split that, it just burst of energy comes. It's unstable, okay? So nuclear bonding energy, the amount of energy needed to break the mole of nuclei into individual nucleons, okay? As you can see what's happening right here. Boom, boom, a neutron, a neutron. And what happens when you split this, they start bouncing off of one another, making that energy, okay? That's what's in these nuclear warheads, okay? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the ultimate scientist, all right? So, also with nuclear binding energy, is how fast this neutron needs to go to split this atom, all right? That's when you go down to E equals mc squared. E equaling energy, m, mass, c squared, or c to the second power, speed of light. So pretty much this means any reaction produced or consumed energy, any reaction produces or consumes energy due to a loss or gain in mass. Now in this instant, we're splitting an element, or we're splitting an atom. Well, the devil is splitting an atom, okay? So what is that happening to that atom? It's losing atomic mass. Hence, the reaction produces energy. Okay? Now, earlier I said, why don't they use plutonium? Okay? We'll get into that. The atomic bomb, all right? Who was the father of the atomic bomb? J. Robert Oppenheimer, a damn devil, an American, okay? So he used plutonium-239, all right? I'm going to read this verbatim. Well, first I'm going to... J. Robert Oppenheimer, an American physicist, the father of the atomic bomb, for the role in the Manhattan Project. He was pretty much the leader of the Manhattan Project, and Albert Einstein had a hand in this as well. But I'm not going to say land back, this cracker piggybacked off of Otto Hahn, all right, who was a German scientist, all right? He just took it a step further and made it a killing weapon, all right? Plutonium-239 is a fissionable isotope and can be used to make a nuclear fission bomb similar to that produced with uranium-235, hence what we got displayed right here in this example, all right? The bomb dropped on Nagasaki was a plutonium bomb. So what they did with that plutonium atom is the same thing they do today with the uranium-235 atom, okay? They just split it, and they got that reaction and put it in a warhead and dropped it on them motherfuckers, all right? Excuse my French. The bomb dropped on Nagasaki was a plutonium bomb. Uranium is used today's weapons because there is not enough plutonium, or plutonium-239, I should say, that exists in nature to produce an abundance of major weapons, but there is enough uranium to produce an abundance of nuclear weapons, okay? There's enough uranium to produce an abundance of weapons, okay? All right. So that's a simple. I'm going to try to lift this up, so if y'all want to write this down, y'all can pause the video and write this down. But this goes into like the breakdown of how they get their nuclear energy, okay? We're going to read the rest of Isaiah 54:16 through 17. I'm going to start at 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and their righteousness is of him, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So no weapon formed against us, not even these damn missiles that are going to come and dissolve every element on this earth, man. Well, in this land specifically, okay?